everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today we are talking about a segment that I watched on shout out to the Love and Marriage Huntsville Instagram page. For those of you who have not had time to watch the show, or you are blacking out the show, but you still want to keep up with what is going on, but don't have time or is just over the show in general, you can go to the Love and Marriage Instagram page, because, well, not the Love and Marriage Huntsville Instagram page, the fan page that shows the pertinent clips, you guys. Wanted to clarify that. So in this particular scene, producers were being shady, calling this the middle-aged men, basketball, game or whatever. And it was all of the husbands and Martell, that were playing. And it was just a funny reel of all of these missed shots, all of these men who are out of shape, who are out of breath, and, trying to make fetch happen with basketball. And it was just hilarious at like the local, YMCA or somewhere, right, in Huntsville. And so once that concludes, the conversation, of course, comes to Melody and Martell, you guys, because this is all people can talk about on the show. This is all people can talk about on the show is Mel and Martell, separately or together. This is all they can talk about. So basically, they're trying to gauge, what the current status is between Mel and Martell, if they're getting along or not, if they're able to successfully co-parent. And then it takes a turn, you guys. Then it takes a turn where Maurice and MARSAU turn this into a, hey, well, your kids are going to want to secretly want you guys back together. And, as somebody who was of divorced parents, kids always want that. And, and then Maurice goes into his confessional about how when he was separated from Kauai, since, Monster was 3 years old, that, even Monster was hoping that him and his ex-wife would get back together and this and that. And it's like they kept probing to see if, like, the kids were trying to push them back together, or I don't know what was going on, you guys. I do not, to be honest with you, I have no idea what was going on, because parts of it I felt like, okay, is this just kind of like another reason for them to try to like bash Melody Shari, or are these people really serious and hoping that Melody Shari, because she invited him to this trip to Destin with the family, with the kids, that they're hoping, or they're trying to, like, I don't know, project on the kids, because when they were kids and they went through what they went through with their parents being divorced, they're like trying to project that through Mel and Martell's kids. And Martell was trying to be like, hey, like, this is all shut down. Like, the kids are, they're very smart. They're very mature. They know, pretty much mommy and daddy are over. They know that at this point we're trying to get along for the sake of them. And then it's like MARSAU and Maurice, they just keep going like, well, kids, even though you guys are broken up, even though kids, they like to see their parents together. And it's like, here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. Totally understand people, who have been through divorce with children. And a lot of times what happens in these situations is, sometimes the first time you leave may not be the final time, right? Especially when kids are involved, especially, right? And obviously, yes, there is an extent to where kids, yes, will want their parents to work things out and things of that nature. However, there does become a point, you guys. There does become a point, like, even if you are a child, deep down that, hey, I don't like seeing mommy and daddy argue all the time. I don't like seeing, and they're old enough to be on social media and see what's going on. I don't like, what my dad did to my mom. And they're old enough to know that they have a little brother who is not, too far off in age, from their youngest sister. And they're old enough to know that the youngest sibling that they have is, a little bit sketchy in terms of the timeline that they were supposed to be with their mother, you guys. So I doubt in the case of the Holt kids that they are wishing for their parents to get back together. Other than maybe Sugar Mama, you guys. But everybody else, I feel, is old enough to know what it is between Martell and Melody Shari. So I have no idea why Maurice and MARSAU are trying to push this. It was like this tag team of sorts, to where they were really trying to make it seem like, oh my gosh, what if they get back together? And it's so funny to me, you guys, because it's like, even just at the sight of Melody and Martell getting along has this cast in a tizzy, you guys. has this cast in a tizzy, has them losing their minds, you guys. It was like, at first, these were the same people who didn't even want Mel and Martell to get a divorce, even though they knew that Martell was having an affair and allegedly were at these Airbnbs with him and allegedly were witnessing him cheating as well. So why do you care now if there is a possibility, which there isn't, of Mel and Martell getting back together, right? And it's just funny to me, you guys. It is just funny because it's like they can't decide from episode to episode like which side of the coin they want to be. Like when MARSAU is with Letitia, he is bigging up, Melody Shari. He is bigging up. He's always on her side. He's always defending her and this and that. Loves her boss moves. Loves her independence. Loves how successful she is. Is attracted to her. All this and that, right? And then you flip it over to when MARSAU is around Martell, and then it's like, well, I don't know if this is a good idea. Well, are you and Melody gonna really get back together? Or are you guys really trying to confuse your kids? And blah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, seriously, can we keep the same energy, MARSAU? Like, do you want them together or not? But either way, it's not up to you, right? It's not up to you because it's not your situation. It is not, their former marriage and their life together with their kids, you guys. It is about Melody and Martell and what they choose to do. But as we all know, they are sticking to co-parenting, you guys. And obviously, this incident with Phonics Unhooked and with the Scotts, is a source of bonding for Martell and Melody Shari, because if nothing else, they're going to be on the same page when it comes to their kids. They're going to fight to the end to make sure you're not disrespecting their kids or lying on their kids or slandering their family, you guys. So if that has them this pressed to, completely tag team on Martell about, what is really going on between him and Melody Shari, like we've lost the plot, you guys. We've lost the plot, and I can't believe, like, in this day and age, especially after everything Mel and Martell have been through, that this is the energy that the other husbands are trying to give on the show to Martell. Like, make it make sense, you guys. Make it make sense. Obviously, both people have moved on. Why are you trying to, implore and, project trying to use the children angle as trying to, like, make something that's not there happen? Like, seriously. Like, this is not a romantic vacation to Destin, you guys. The kids understand, they're old enough to know of what it is. And that's just on period. So there is that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. What do you guys think of, MARSAU and MAURICE mainly trying to, implore and imply that there might be something more there with Mel and Martell, or that the kids are going to wish for them to get back together. And then low-key trying to question Martell if this really is just about co-parenting. And it's like, oh my gosh, the power couple of Mel and Martell, like, we have to make sure they're still separated, you guys. Like, it was just too much. It was just absolutely too much. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.